Namaste and welcome to the new SUPERScope's weekly edition. My name is Christopher Witecki. I'm a modern mystic and a soul biographer, and I'm here to help you put the pieces of your story together, or the steps to your story. That's kind of how I focus my mysticism, is around the steps in life. I believe there are 12 steps in life to achieving happiness and joy, and I believe we're all born doing one of the steps very well. In your case, step 7. You are a Pisces or a Pisces rising, so you're a natural born step 7. A step 7 is the point where we connect to God consciousness. So it's funny, we live on earth with actually 7 steps before we connect to God consciousness and stay connected to God consciousness. And when you are a step 7, you stay connected all the time. And that's why your life does this, because you're on the path of your own higher self. And sometimes the other steps don't understand your step so well. In fact, I'd say most of the earth does not understand the step 7. I try to. It's hard to live in the step 7. It's hard to live in self-mercy, compassion, and all these things. So I certainly understand what it's like. And we're here to talk about where you are in your life. And if you have a step 7 rising, if you have a Pisces rising, this is also going to equate to you as well. So let's dive in, shall we? You're working on your context consciousness, which is the part of you that belongs places. Like, I don't belong in that school. I don't belong being treated that way. I don't belong, with this title. Your heart doesn't feel like it belongs. It's the wrong context. And this is where you can be diplomatic or not diplomatic. And where we are in this story now is figuring out where you want to innovate the earth, where you want to innovate yourself, where you want to innovate everything at once. So a Pisces or a step 7 controls their life by choosing where they go. Once you get there, you are in that path of God consciousness. You're like a stream. You don't know where you're going to go. So you have to make the choices very carefully as far as who you align with and where you feel you belong. So let's look at this week and what's going on this week. First of all, we come out of the weekend, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and there's a quantum shift. Step 22 is a quantum step. That's two step 2s next to each other. That's when things get quantum. And so things get pretty slippery for you when it comes to where you feel you belong. At the same time, emotionally, the moon is in Gemini, so you're trying to ground and feel solid, and you have to self-nurture in order to stay kind of centered, just so you know. Then by Wednesday, you want to respond as if you already knew where you should be. I mean, when I say respond new, I mean respond differently, respond to your life in a new way. The moon will move into Cancer, and so your inner child is going to be really excited. You're going to be happy and joyful. So you want to respond from that joy, not from the way life has treated you. Then on Thursday, it's a step 25 day, so it's a God service day, so it's a 7 day. And so you're going to feel really good on Thursday. So if you're having a hard time, just make it to Thursday. And then finally, by the end of the week, you have to decide and commit to where your heart wants to be in the world, where you feel like you belong, where you feel like your joy will be, the type of people you feel like you belong with. This is also geographic regions for those people who are moving. This is really everything. And the moon moves into Leo, so emotions are all based on our inner child and based on our joy, and based on your moment. So you really want to live in the moment when you make that decision. You should never make a decision, step 7, unless it's in the moment, unless you're really feeling in the moment, because you have to make decisions for Earth, even though you have that God service provider perspective. So this week it's going to be discover, decide, commit, and go when it comes to where you feel like you belong in the world. So now let's look at how this affects our PLUR, and this is of course powered by PLUR, peace, love, unity, and respect. And first, we have some Mr. Happies this week. When it comes to the peace of your life, in the inner peace, I think the step 7s will be cloudy but cool. The inner peace will be really great, gravy. I think you'll be feeling pretty good because inside, with the moon in Gemini, then Cancer, then Leo, you're really starting to ground, get in your heart, and then get in the moment. So I think when it comes to peace, you're going to be feeling the peace. The outerverse, I think, is going to see you very peaceful and joyful. I think the world's going to see you joyful. I think we've been seeing the step 7s not so happy for a long time, and so I think the world is going to see you as peaceful, not only peaceful, but joyful. When it comes to love, I think in the innerverse, you're going to be falling in love with yourself this week, especially when the moon moves across Cancer, or Jupiter in Cancer. So I think you're going to really feel and fall in love with yourself. I think the outerverse is going to see you just kind of at peace again. I don't think they're going to see this love affair going on. I think the Pisces are going to keep it under the collar. Now, when it comes to unity, I don't think you're feeling the unity on the inside, step 7. I think this is all new territory for you. I think you have to mind your boundaries in every moment. I think you have to be very self-aware of where you start and someone else begins. So the inner verse is not very unified this week, but the outer verse is looking unified. So I think you're definitely pulling it. You know, most people will feel that you look more together than you ever have been. So be aware that you don't have to try to be anything you're not. Go ahead and accept the fact that your inner verse is feeling that way. When it comes to respect, I think that once you find where you belong, your self-respect is going to be great. The inner verse is going to be awesome with your respect. So just find where your heart belongs and let that happen. Whoopsie, I'm disrespecting my own graphics. And in the outer world, I think they're going to see you as cloudy and cool. The world's going to be like, yeah, they're going to definitely respect you, but there's going to be this cloud around the step 7 Pisces, and so I think that cloud will kind of just, you know, make more mystery around you right now. So people do respect you, but it's a little cloudy. They're not going to be able to, you know, right away believe in you just yet. They can't quite see it yet, I don't think. So don't worry though, they're gonna. It's all good. Never worry. That's never where we want to go. So a couple of cool things. One, coming into the new year, I have a special for $99. You can get a 1-hour reading with me, and then you get a 30-minute reading anytime this year. I upgraded it to 30 because looking at my life ahead, I'm not going to be doing personal readings much longer because my time is becoming so valuable. So if you really want one in your heart, come on down to soulmart.me. You can book it for any time this year. Secondly, I want to invite all ladies to join GA Venus. This is a targeted group of professionals, videos, all sorts of cool stuff, and I'll give you a week free starting this Friday. So log in. Actually, the service will start on Sunday, but starting this Friday, we'll start communicating with people, and it's gavenus.com. It'll take you right to the form. It's totally free. Normal text message service fees may apply, FYI. And lastly, I want to invite you guys down, your Step 7s down, to soulmart.me, because we've moved all of our shows, all of our talent, all of our guided hangouts, everything to soulmart.me. So you can see Practical Wizardry, Dear Zen, Magic Myths and Medicine with Master One Feather. We have a new show about women in astrology. And of course, I've got my Astro 101 teaching series down there. So this is an easy interface to use. And if you want to book me, I'm there. If you want to buy the Megascopes, it's there. And the Soul Horoscope Superscopes will always be there. So come on down to soulmart.me. It's our new nonprofit hub for spirituality, and I'm always grateful to have you stop by. All right, my Step 7s, thank you so much for your patience. I am going with the flow of Step 7 this week, so I'm on God's time, not Earth's time, so I know you understand. And I'll see you in 7 days with more. Until then, live, love, be.